Darkside Phil here, and I am starting the weekend preview for November 17th, 2012. And what a week this is going to be. I will be completely honest with everyone, out of the entire hardcore gaming season, this is the week that I'm looking forward to the most. And the reason is, we've got my very first console launch. Since I've been doing YouTube, there have been no new consoles that came out. I guess the exceptions would be the Nintendo 3DS and the PS Vita, both of which I got. But there have been no actual, home gaming consoles that have been released. So this is my opportunity for the very first time to show you what the Wii U is all about. So, just to give you a run through, in this video I'm going to explain everything I'm going to be doing this week regarding the Wii U launch day, what games I'm going to be playing this week. Yes, there are other releases outside of the Wii U, and there's a lot of stuff to talk about, so bear with me, okay? The first thing that I want to say, before we even get started with everything, and I'm going to probably be saying this in every kind of weekend preview video and everything, channel updates and such, until I hammer it home with everyone, is, starting in 2013, I'm changing up my strategy on YouTube. I am separating these vlog style videos from my gaming footage, and I'm putting them on a new channel which exists right now. It's called The King of Hate Vlogs, okay? I'll put a link in the description of this video. The channel is live. The channel, you can subscribe to it right now. Now, there's no videos on the channel right now because it's just a placeholder. What I'm doing now is I'm currently in the process of getting that partnered with Machinima. And once it gets partnered, then I'm going to start posting content up on it, okay? But it's going to be at least another 3 weeks before that happens because, yes, that's right, YouTube takes that fucking long to review information. They said that it's going to take at least 14 or 15 business days, so it's going to be a while. Probably won't even be live till 2013, which is why I started the process now. But you can get a head start by heading over there right now and subscribing. And the thing is, I mentioned this twice already, once in a channel update earlier this week, and once in my big announcement video a week ago that I put up about these big changes coming in 2013. And since then, only 4,000 people have moved over there and subscribed. I know for a fact that these vlog style videos, at a minimum, usually get around 20,000 views. So there's at least 20,000 people who are interested in my vlogs. I'd like you to head over there, please, and subscribe. So every video, every vlog video, I'm just going to warn everyone, you're going to see me talking about this because I have to keep reiterating it and stating it because not everyone watches every video. And hopefully by the end of December, it will have sunk in that that's what's happening and that you can go over there and everyone's over there looking there for vlogs, okay? So that's out of the way. Just wanted to talk about that very briefly. Let's do a quick recap of what I did this past week. What didn't I do this past week? Holy shit, there was so much going on. And then let's talk about this week coming up, which I know is what everyone wants to hear. And then I've got a quick update on something that I'm not too pleased about. I was tweeting about it and Facebooking about it. The fan reaction really isn't very pleasant either, but I digress. We'll get to it, and I'll explain the situation, okay? So, what did I do this past week? A lot. Monday, I played Need for Speed, Most Wanted, which I surprisingly actually started enjoying it after about maybe 45 minutes of gameplay, and after learning how to play the game, I actually really started liking the game. It's probably the most bare bones game ever made, meaning it's just about finding cars and fucking driving them. But isn't that the core of every driving game? It doesn't muddle you with crazy side content or anything. It's just drive. And for what it is, the game's pretty good at that. So I enjoyed that. I did a full day footage of that. I didn't get to finish it. I'm only halfway through the game. Unfortunately now, we're now heading into overdrive, and I know I'm going to be insanely busy every single day. Therefore, I don't know when I'm going to get back to it, but I am planning on getting back to both that and XCOM, okay? So I wanted to make that clear to everyone. I am planning on playing both Need for Speed Most Wanted and XCOM at a later date. Speaking of which, I also did some XCOM footage this past week. That footage didn't do too good, I'll be honest. I think a lot of people, at this point, the game's so drawn out because I've been playing it for so long that a lot of people aren't really watching it. But for the people that are watching it, they're enjoying it. So I'm not by any means canceling XCOM or Need for Speed. Those games will continue at a later date when I have time to play them. I don't know when that's going to be right now, okay? This week, of course, the big thing was Black Ops 2. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Whether you love it or hate it, it was on everyone's mind this week. So I went to a midnight release, and I actually played through the entire campaign of the game from start to finish and uploaded it pretty quickly. Now, the first day, I wasn't able to name it Call of Duty Black Ops because Activision, for some reason, had made this embargo deal with Machinima, saying that no one from Machinima should be uploading the campaign or zombies until Wednesday, which makes no fucking sense to me. But whatever. So I said, fuck yeah, I'm sorry. You're not fucking with my plans last minute because you want to be a bunch of dicks. So I'm going to upload the campaign. I'll just name it something else, which is exactly what I did. I called it, what did I say? Cry of Responsibility, Dark Operatives, or something like that, you know? And I uploaded the most people knew what it was. Some people didn't realize it was Black Ops. But then I changed it after a day. I changed it to the correct name. So now you can go watch the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 campaign and understand what the hell's going on if you want to, okay? So then, later that day, after a nap, I actually played online play. And then later in the week, I actually did another set of online play. So I actually played Team Deathmatch, Domination, Kill Confirmed, a whole shit ton on Nuketown. I really like the Nuketown 2025 map, because at this point I'm understanding it's about chaos, it's about silliness, it's about racking up the kills. And I like the fact that they took that map and made it its own playlist, so that it's not a bunch of idiots all voting for it in the matchmaking for other games. You can actually, if you want to do silly fun, you can play it, but if you want to play more seriously, you can play on the other sets, okay? In addition to that, I did an extensive amount of the zombies footage with my friends, Koru Chado, the Airy Lord, and P-Dog, who's actually from thekingofhate.com. We did 4-player co-op. We actually played it 2 days in a row. By the second day, we almost completed the Easter egg process, which would have given us the 75-point achievement and would have done some cool stuff, and we fucked it up at the last possible second. We were like, oh, like, I can't believe that we fucked it up like that. But we did pretty good. So if you want to really explore the new Zombies content and know what it's about, we've got like over 40 videos of it up, so definitely check that out, okay? So the bottom line is this: I've basically played enough of Call of Duty Black Ops 2 to be able to review it. And I haven't had a chance yet. On this Monday, I'm going to review Call of Duty Black Ops 2, okay? There will be game footage, but it's going to, I'm naming that day will be the day when the review goes out. So if you want to see how I score it versus Halo 4, which I think is the big thing this year. Remember last year, it was Battlefield 3 versus Modern Warfare 3? Well, this year the big one is Halo 4 versus Black Ops 2. You're going to get to see what I think about the game, and you're going to get to see how I think they stack up against each other and my rating, and maybe some people who have been on the fence about which one to get for the holidays or for Christmas. You know, this will answer your questions, okay? So that's coming up. And then Friday, John Rambo came to visit, and we did a full day of WWE 13 cooperative gameplay. Some of it we actually played in, like we had a Royal Rumble where we actually entered ourselves. We had our own virtual characters in the game as created wrestlers, and we played as ourselves. That was really fun. Some of it was simulations of the upcoming Survivor Series pay-per-view that's actually coming out on this Sunday. We simulated all those matches for the very first time in WWE 13. And then we actually did 4 fantasy scenarios where it was like the 6-man Armageddon Hell in a Cell featuring, you know, Attitude Era Undertaker, Attitude Era Kane, Rikishi, Vader, stuff like that. We did like dream match scenarios, and overwhelmingly the feedback is positive. People loved it, but I get the feeling a lot of people watched it because, number one, I think people are used to watching our co-op on Saturdays, and being that it was a Friday when it came out, and number two, the fact that, again, it's been delayed so many times. Like, originally we were supposed to do this like 2 to 3 weeks ago, and we never got the chance because first Sandy hit, then John got sick. So there's been all these delays, and I think a lot of people maybe weren't aware or weren't in the know that it was going to happen, or maybe, I don't know, we were disappointed that it took so long. But I'm telling you, those videos are fucking gold. Whether it's the game bugs that we're discovering in this new version of the game, like the game locking onto the fucking referee's ass for like 20 or 30 seconds, only watching his ass instead of the match. It's like, who's this gay cameraman who can't fucking watch the match? And he said he's just staring at the referee's ass. It's pretty funny. Or the fact that there's a game bug where when you pin someone, if they're going to kick out, they always kick out at 1 no matter what. There's no 2 counts in the game, basically, and because they fucked it up with a game bug, which is pretty fucking funny. It's pretty nuts. And then the dream matches, the fantasy matches we did are really funny. The Rumble is really good. So definitely check out those videos, okay? And then today, I did a few things. I did the Sleeping Dogs DLC, Nightmares in North Point. which was the DLC that was released way back on Halloween. I had planned to do then, but my power had gone out for 2 days due to Hurricane Sandy, so I finally decided to do it. It's short, but it's still pretty cool. It's a cool short DLC, so if you have like an hour, hour and a half to kill, that's what you're going to want to watch. Then I did a really neat video about some quilts. That's right, I had ordered some quilts from a quilt maker who I met at Too Many Games, the gaming convention earlier this year. And she made me some really neat Mega Man and Tetris quilts. She actually made Pandalee a panda quilt. Check out that video if you want to see her cool products and also learn some more information. It has all her contact info and stuff like that on there. And then today, I actually also did the next episode of the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway. For those who haven't seen it yet, I uploaded it right before this video, so I'm not surprised. Go watch it, because not only do I announce the winner of MLB 2K12, we talk a little bit about some stuff that's been going on, both good and bad. The good being that I'm extending the giveaway for a big Black Friday special, so go check out that video as well. Alright, so here we are. We are on the cusp of the precipice of the launch of the Wii U. And to be quite honest, if there was a midnight launch in my area, I probably would have went and attended, but there is none. In fact, I was told by the GameStop manager that no GameStops are doing a midnight launch for the Wii U. Nintendo, for whatever reason, didn't want to do one. I don't know, but what this means is tomorrow morning I'll be getting up early, heading out to GameStop when they open, probably waiting in a massive line because I'm sure everyone who reserved the Wii U is going to be going to pick it up, and getting my Wii U. I'm going to be coming home, and I'm going to be doing the Wii U unboxing extravaganza. It's going to include the Wii U Better Edition. It's the more expensive edition that has more accessories and things. We're going to unbox it together. In addition, I'm going to have all my launch day games. I think I have, 4 or 5 of them to unbox. So I'm going to have all this stuff for you tomorrow. Early, like probably by the time I get home or whatever and start doing it, it'll probably be early afternoon, like say 12 to 1 p.m. You'll start seeing the unboxing video. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the first look. I'm going to hook it up here, and I'm going to boot up the system for the very first time with you guys. And we're going to see exactly what it is that you have to do to get the system to work. What's this new online code system that they have? It's not like the old system with the friend codes that no one understood and almost no one used it because it was fucking really stupid. They've actually used a normal system this time, supposedly, for their online stuff. So we're going to see what we can do with that. We're going to go through the menus together so I can show you what the menus look like, the HUD. You're going to understand it all, okay? Then, around 2:30 in the afternoon, John Rambo is actually coming over. And what we're going to do is we're going to do day 1 first look gameplay. Meaning, we're going to try to play some of the games that I picked up, including Zombie U, New Super Mario Bros. Wii U, or Super Mario Bros. Wii U, whatever it's called, I don't even know. I believe I got Scribblenauts Unlimited, Epic Mickey 2, Nintendo Land, and I may or may not have reserved another game. I can't remember really, but I'm going to find out obviously. So we're going to be trying these for the first time. We are not, and I'm going to repeat myself, we are not starting playthroughs of these games. What we're going to be doing is we'll be playing a half hour to an hour with the new controls and with everything and see how we feel. Because a lot of people after playing at E3 said, gee, after playing for a little while your arms get tired with this new controller. And some of the other games were, for example, Zombie U, a lot of people said, it actually feels easier to use the regular controller or the new Pro controller that looks exactly like an Xbox 360 controller than the new screened controller. So we're going to have all this. We're going to be testing it all day. Now a lot of people have asked me, Phil, how are you going to do footage of the controller and what's on the screen? The answer is, I'm not. You can't. There's no way to do it. There's no way to do a playthrough of what's on the screen. So unfortunately, I'm going to be telling you what I'm doing on the screen when I'm doing it during the gameplay, so you'll at least know what's going on, but you're not going to be able to see firsthand what's going on the screen. Some people ask me if I'm doing full picture-in-picture. The answer is probably not. I could do some picture-in-picture, but to do full picture-in-picture for all the videos I'm doing tomorrow would only be not only a humongous undertaking with all the editing I would have to do, but I really don't think it's going to add much, because all you're going to see is us going like this, with the Wiimote, or at the screen with the fucking controller. So I don't think we're going to be doing that, okay? So that's huge. That's tomorrow. That's Wii U day, all about Wii U, all day, myself and John Rambo exploring the Wii U. And then probably at the end of the day, we're going to give our final thoughts on our day 1 gameplay impressions, okay? Monday, what I'm going to do is, out of all the games that I played on Sunday, I'm going to pick 1 or 2 that I feel are the strongest ones, or the ones that I'm the most interested in, and that I want to continue playthroughs of, and I'm probably going to play them on Monday. So you're going to see Wii U gameplay on Monday. I actually will start official playthroughs of the games, plus the Black Ops 2 review will be coming out, okay? Tuesday is a unique day, and the reason I say it is you're going to have new releases, but there were already like 10 new releases on Sunday with the Wii U. So it's a day when there's going to be some weird stuff going on. So listen up. On Tuesday, I will be going to pick up the new releases this week, which are Hitman Absolution and PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Okay? I'm going to get both of those games. However, for the first time, I think this whole year, I will not be starting them on launch day. If I've already decided that Hitman is going to be delayed, okay? I've decided that because it's a game that I think if I could just play it within 2 or 3 days and sit down and play through it and I'd enjoy it that way, that's how I want to do it. I don't want to play a little bit of it, then have to play 10 other things and then go back to it. I want to be able to play through it, okay? So essentially what that means, you'll see unboxings of these new games on Tuesday, but the Hitman gameplay is going to happen later, and I'll tell you a little bit about that, okay? More than likely what you'll see on Tuesday is maybe some PlayStation All-Stars gameplay, okay? Now, I'm not promising a massive amount, but there'll be some, so you have a flavor for what the game is, plus the continuation of whatever Wii U games it was that I chose to play. Now, I know some of you, if you're big Hitman fans, you may be a little upset because you want to see me play it. Don't worry, I am going to play it, but I'm not doing it on launch day. If you want to see launch day gameplay of the game, go to Panda Lee's channel. Panda Lee Games, she will be doing Hitman and Absolution on launch day, and she's getting the collector's edition, which I didn't get. I actually opted out. I said, I don't really want the art book or whatever it is that came with this one. It didn't appeal to me, but she's a big fan of the Hitman game. She wanted it, so she got the collector's edition. She'll be getting that on Tuesday, and she'll be playing it on Tuesday. So if you want to see that launch day gameplay, go to Panda Lee Games, okay? So, what does that mean for the rest of the week? Well, keep in mind, we got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, I already spoke to John Rambo. He says he would like to come on Saturday. We're going to do another episode of Smart Guys, and we're probably either going to do co-op gameplay of one of the games that came out during the course of the week. I think one of them is Family Guy. That might be a cool game to do the co-op with. Or we may pick one of those Wii U games that we really wanted to do. For example, maybe we want to do Super Mario co-op. Well, we may be doing it that Saturday. And I think that'd be huge because it's a brand new Mario game. Everyone will probably want to see us do co-op. People actually really enjoyed when we did New Super Mario Bros. Wii co-op. So I think that people would actually like this as well. So that's coming up on Saturday. But that still leaves Wednesday, Thursday, Friday wide open. Well, Wednesday, more than likely, again, I'll be continuing on with a Wii U game, and I'll probably be doing more PlayStation All-Stars. Thursday is Thanksgiving, so we're going to be doing a special Thanksgiving Day video where I'm going to talk a little bit about things that have happened in the past year. I'm going to kind of vent a little bit, because I think that people like it when I do that. But I'm also going to take the opportunity to tell you what I'm most thankful for of how things are going with me and stuff like that. It's going to be one of those personal vlogs that I think a lot of people like when I open up and talk. So that's going to be coming as a special on Thursday. But also there'll be gameplay, whatever it is. I mean, I'm going to be at my parents' house for a few hours for Thanksgiving dinner. But outside of that, I'm going to be doing some kind of gameplay, so you will have something to watch on Thursday. On Friday, again, more gameplay, whether it's PlayStation All-Stars and more Wii U or whatever. Plus the new Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway where there's this big Black Friday special, so definitely check that out, okay? I already told you what I'm doing Saturday. So now, what this does, it leaves Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and part of Wednesday, but not really, and I'll explain why. But it leaves that chunk of time open. And the good news is, there's no new releases next week. That's right, zero. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot something. I completely forgot something, and I apologize, because I want to mention it before I move on. Wednesday of this week, The Walking Dead Episode 5 comes out. I will be playing it on that day. I completely slipped my mind, and I apologize to everyone that I didn't mention it. I will be playing The Walking Dead Episode 5 on the day it comes out, because I know so many people want to watch it. Plus, I'll be doing other gameplay that day, okay? So anyway, back to what I was saying. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, part of Wednesday, I'm going to have free. That's really what I'm thinking. I'm going to focus in and start Hitman Absolution, and I'm hoping within that 3 to 3.5 day period that I'll be able to beat it. I don't think it's going to be that long of a game that within 3 days I can't beat it, okay? So, what does this mean? This means that you're probably asking me, Phil, first of all, you're more than a week ahead. Why are you doing this? Because it's important. I want people to know what I'm going to be doing. Panda Lee will be coming to visit me starting that Wednesday. So not the Wednesday this week coming, but the week after. What we've decided to do for co-op is Epic Mickey 2. So Panda Lee and I will be doing Epic Mickey 2 together during that trip. We may not beat it because she's only here for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So we may not beat it during that time. I heard the game's like 20 hours long. But we may beat it when she returns on her next trip. And we'll talk more about that as it approaches, okay? So that's the rough layout for the next week, week and a half. I know it's going to be hectic. I know there's crazy stuff going on with Thanksgiving, with Black Friday. People are going to be hustling and bustling around this time of year. I know it's exciting. I'm very excited. And this week is going to be so nuts with the Wii U and then the other games that are coming out and The Walking Dead. It's just like overload, crazy gaming overload. But that's cool. That's this time of year that it's happening. The last thing I want to talk about is the thing that I was tweeting and Facebooking about yesterday that I am kind of upset and disappointed, and I want to explain the situation to everyone so everyone knows what's going on, and then I'll give you an update when I get more news. As you know, last year, well actually earlier this year, because it is the first week of January, we attended Magfest, and it was a huge success. We had a panel where for the very first time I publicly spoke about my past and how I became a YouTube gamer and how I turned my hobby into a job. We revealed Project 7 and actually showed the first trailer for it, which a lot of people really enjoy, and it was a humongous success. We also had a vendor table, okay? And we made 70 videos while we were there. That helps promote the bands in the event massively. I got hundreds of messages over the course of this year. Phil, wow, Magfest looks great. I'm attending next year. This is great. So, a few months ago, I sat down with John Rambo and I said, all right, John, we're reaching about the hardcore gaming season here. We really need to buckle down and figure out what we're doing for Magfest because we need to get stuff going. So we decided it was going to be myself, John Rambo, OJ, and Panda Lee are going to be attending Magfest 2013. And so I went to the website to register, and number one, I find out that vendor registration is closed because they've sold out, to which I was like, what? I did vendor registration even later in the year last year, no problem. Now this year I go to do it and they're sold out way early. Number two, I submitted for a panel, which is fine. It's a very similar panel to what we did last year. The difference is it's not about Project 7. Now I'm going to be talking about my new strategy for 2013, some of the ideas I have for shows. I even had the plan to maybe have a preview of one of the shows there so people understand what the new shows will be like. John Rambo and OJ wanted to talk about their new content and stuff coming up for 2013. So there was a lot to talk about, okay? The panel that we had in 2012 was extremely successful. The room was more than half full. I think it was more than 50 or 60 in attendance, and everyone had great feedback. Everyone said they loved it. So, for our, thinking is, why wouldn't we get a panel in 2013? If we already did this panel in 2012, it was very successful, why wouldn't we get it again in 2013? So, unfortunately, it looks like there was no way we were going to get a vendor table because they're just sold out. And unless people drop out, because I'm currently on the wait list, there's no way we're going to get that. But we were like, alright, as long as we get the panel, we're fine. Well, all of a sudden yesterday I get an email from Magfest that they denied my panel. To which I was like, are they nuts? Number one, I already had the panel and it was great at the event. Then I held the panel at too many games and the attendance doubled. So obviously there's interest in the panel. Number two, after the panel was so successful at Magfest last year, I promoted the fuck out of the event, and I've gotten hundreds of messages from people saying they're going to Magfest this year because of me. They deny me the panel? And then I actually started tweeting and Facebooking about it because I was very upset. Well, I was able to get in contact with someone who works at Magfest, and I'll be honest, they were a little bit snippy with me, which I did not appreciate. I think the guy is very overworked, and that's the problem. But basically he was like, well, we don't respond well to people who think they deserve anything, to which I was like, whoa, 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 I'm not saying I deserve anything. But you're telling me that out of the 90 panels that you're having at Magfest, that every single panel you think will have more people and bigger draws than what my panel did last year, and these people promoted the fuck out of your event? Like, it's just kind of like a little, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. You let me do a great panel, I promote your event. It goes hand in hand. And this guy was kind of like, he didn't give a shit. But, there was a big meeting held today down at the Gaylord Resort, which is where Magfest is held, and supposedly it was brought up because I made a stink about it yesterday, and it was discussed. This afternoon I got an email from the head of public relations and promotions for Magfest saying, I would like to talk to you on Skype this week. So I don't know what the outcome's going to be. It could be that he's just going to blow smoke up my ass and say, sorry, there's nothing I can do, but we really do like the fact that you promoted us. Or maybe he's going to say, alright, listen, bad situation, we had a lot of people who submitted panels, we accidentally maybe overlooked you, we're going to squeeze you in. I don't know what the outcome of this discussion is going to be. But I can tell you this, the outcome of this discussion is going to directly affect whether or not we're attending Magfest in 2013 or not. Because if we don't have a panel, we don't have a vendor table, there's going to be nowhere for us to meet fans. And it's kind of ridiculous because, again, this guy who I told you I talked to from Magfest who was being snippy was like, oh, you could just randomly meet with your fans at a lounge or in a lobby. I was like, I don't work at the Gaylord. I don't know where the lounges and lobbies are. I'm not going to tell my fans show up on Saturday at 3 p.m. at a random lobby where they don't know where the fuck it is. That's, number one, that's ridiculous. That's unorganized. That's disrespectful. So, no, I'm not going to do that. It was like a really dumb suggestion that he gave me, really stupid, and basically not understanding the situation. That I have, like, hundreds of fans that want to meet me because they don't get an opportunity. I don't go to a lot of things. This is one of the things that I've loved. I loved it last year. I promoted the hell out of it. Lots of fans came out to meet me and enjoyed it. And now they're all of a sudden, like, pulling this on me. I don't understand what's going on that my panel wasn't accepted. So, I will be giving everyone an update on what happens with this Skype conversation this week. I responded and said I'll have free time on Monday to do it. Let's see if they respond or not. I'm really hoping that someone that's involved with Magfest is listening and know that I love your event, but understand that if you deny me a panel that was successful last year and you don't have any kind of rational reasoning, which it seems there is none. Actually, the guy who I was talking with said, we got over 200 submissions, only 2 people screen them and make the decisions, and it looks like they just pick and chose certain things and you weren't one of the ones, and there's really no explanation, there's no rationale behind it. They might not have even factored in the fact that I already had a panel and promoted the hell out of them over the past year. So what kind of an event is this if there's no organization and no one takes any kind of consideration into that kind of stuff? It makes no sense. But I really hope that something can be done, because I don't want to, unfortunately, have to cancel my Magfest trip. It's not going to be worth it for me. If I can't have a panel, if I can't have a vendor table, and there's nothing provided that I can meet my fans, then forget it, you know? Yeah, it's fun to just go out there, but keep in mind, my back is messed up. And last year, it was a big thing for me to go out there. When I got back from Magfest, my back was shot for a while. So for me to go out there and to not be able to do these awesome things that I did last year, it's ridiculous. And I'm going to need somewhere. It was great to have the vendor table. I had somewhere to sit all day, which unfortunately looks like we're not going to have. At least we would have had the panel, and I would have been able to have a certain time. Okay, after the panel, we're going to have a meet and greet, and, you know, we can do this and that, I can sign stuff. And now it's looking like it's all falling through the cracks because of some stupid oversight on by Magfest's part. So I really hope someone is listening. I really hope that when I have this Skype call with the Magfest staff this week, that we get this hashed out and we come to some kind of an arrangement. It doesn't have to be a panel or a table. I mean, it could be just, maybe you set me up somewhere where people can meet me. You know what I mean? That's fine. That's more than enough for me. It's just, I just feel like I'm being like shunned. Like, what did I do? I did everything positive for these guys over the past year, and they're treating me like this. And I don't understand it. So, let's see what the head of public relations has to say this week, and we'll go from there, okay? Alright, so that's it for the weekend preview. Very long-winded one. We had a monstrous amount of stuff to talk about. Let's end it here. Thanks a lot. I'll see you for the Wii U launch, and I'll see you for crazy amounts of gameplay this week. Peace out.